everyone, my name is Marie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm working on a little community lot in the world of Copperdale, which is of course the world that came with The Sims 4 high school years. And I'm building on this little town square lot, which I think is so cute. I think this is one of my favorite lots in Copperdale. I love like the location of it. It's so unique and just, I don't know, the surrounding area is just so cute. It's just this little town square and it's so cozy and I love it so much. And also the fact that it's on wood. By default, the lot isn't wood like I made it. It's dirt, which makes no sense because it is surrounded by like this wood. But then for some reason the lot is dirt. But yeah, thankfully we got this flooring, this wooden flooring that matches almost seamlessly with the one that you can see in the surrounding area. It's not perfect, like it's not seamless, but it's almost seamless, which I'll take that, you know, I'm fine with that. But yes, I am building this little bookshop with an apartment on the second floor. Here in the world of Copperdale, which I thought would be so cute. I have built on this lot before and I made a diner, which I think is also a really useful thing to have on this spot in Copperdale. I think by default there is actually a house on this lot, maybe even a towny family home, or maybe it's just a starter home, like an empty one. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that this by default is or has a residential lot, but I decided to turn it into a commercial lot again because this is just the perfect little location for it. And yeah, I was itching to build something cute here. And I have actually never built a bookshop before. And I thought for Copperdale, that would make so much sense. So all the teenagers, not even teenagers only, but like everyone who loves to read can just come here and I don't know, just the entire vibe of this world, of this area of the world just was screaming for a bookshop in my opinion. So that is what I went with. And then, like I said, this also has an apartment on the second floor. And it's an apartment with 1 bathroom, 2 bedrooms, and I furnished it for a single parent and then their teenage daughter. I was thinking a single mom and their teenage daughter. And the mom obviously owns and runs the bookshop, and then her daughter lives here as well. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I tried to play around with some color. You can see that I'm using this like teal colored almost, or like petrol colored, I don't really know what to call it, but siding for the ground floor, and then for the second floor we have this brick, like this red brick. I thought it was such a beautiful combination of colors. And then for the rest, for the exterior, like shape-wise, I was really fiddling around with it because it's really boxy. It's essentially just like a rectangle with a couple of bump outs on either side. So I was really trying to make it look more interesting. In the front, like for the facade, I did a little thing with a roof line here with half walls, which I think was so cute and definitely reminded me of Amsterdam, which is, I am from the Netherlands. I live really close by Amsterdam. I went to school in Amsterdam for years. So yeah, I don't know, it touched me and it was really nice to like be able to use a roof line like this in The Sims. I don't think I've ever done that before. But I just thought it was such a cute little detail. And then for the rest, I just played around with a lot of the doors and windows from Get to Work because they're such good like shop windows. And then I also used windows from, oh my goodness, what is it called? Discover University. Oh my goodness. Those windows are perfect. Like the townhouse type windows were really good. And then yeah, for the facade, I was trying to make it look a little bit more interesting with these like diagonal walls going inward, if that makes sense. I thought that was really cute. So we have a little bit of a front door area, front porch type of situation. And then I was just really trying to make it look detailed with these windows and these little overhangs, these little awnings and like signing and stuff like that. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. And then the apartment on the second floor is actually really small, but I think it's one of my favorite little apartments. It's not an actual apartment, obviously. This is an entire lot, but I was kind of treating it, I was kind of looking at it as if it was an apartment. And I think it's one of my favorite ones I've ever done. It's probably also because it's super small. I wish we had more like super duper small apartments like this one. You'll see that in a little bit here. I wish we had more of those like actually in the game, but the apartments in San Myshuno are pretty big. We do have a couple that are really small, so that's nice. And then in Evergreen Harbor, we obviously have a couple also that aren't too big either, but just like really, really, really small apartments. That is what I want. I live in one of those. Like I live in an extremely small apartment. It's like annoyingly small. This is not good. Like this is just way too small, but still it's nice to be able to like, I don't know, sort of recreate that sort of a thing in The Sims. I think that would be cute. But here on the ground floor, what I also did for the bookshop is I included a boba tea counter. At first, I was debating whether I should turn it into a boba tea shop. But then when I was looking at it, I realized that you can't actually make like a separate boba tea shop, like apart from the thrifty or like the thrift store. So when you want to make a boba shop, you have to make it a thrift and boba tea store, basically, which is just the type of lot that it is like in the game. Sadly, I didn't know that. I mean, maybe I did, but I just wasn't aware. But yeah, you have to actually always combine the boba and the thrift store, which is a fun combination. But I actually just set it to commercial lot, or no, what is that? Retail lot is the title. So that's the lot type that came with Get to Work. And I set it as a retail lot, and I won't lie, I haven't actually tested it as a shop. I have never, ever in my life, well, that's untrue because I did it for The Sims 2, but for The Sims 4, I have never, ever played with the retail lot trait. I don't know how it works. If you don't have a Sim owning the shop, does it still function? Like, can you travel here and will it function as a shop? Because I did do like the cash register and everything, so it ticks all the boxes for a retail lot, so you should be fine. I have just never tried it. I have never tried it in my life, but I think it should be fine. If anything, I was just going for the aesthetics, because obviously you can't actually own the shop and live there. I mean, okay, officially you can't, because you can't like not own a lot, like a residential lot. But what you can do is purchase the bookstore, travel here, and just never leave. The apartment also only has one front door, so it's very easy to just close that off. Just close it off for everyone but like your sim or your household. And then there shouldn't be any shop customers coming up to your house, which maybe they will come up to the front door because I did place a telescope on the little balcony section by the front porch. So maybe they will come up there and use the telescope, like, because Sims are random like that. But I don't know. For the rest, you can definitely make it work by just buying the shop, basically, traveling here, and then just never leave. And then just use the apartment as your house. But you'll still get like bills and stuff like sent to your actual residential lot. I wonder if you have done this before, let me know. But if you basically own a residential lot with nothing on it, your bills are obviously going to be very low. So that's actually a pretty nice hack for like super low bills. But then, of course, there's the retail lot that you need to put money towards. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but if you care to explain, please let me know. I can also just try and play it in The Sims 4 at some point. But yeah, for this one, I was just going for the aesthetics. So what I was trying to do for this bookshop at least, was try and make it look really old on the inside. Like I was definitely imagining this being a really old little building, and the bookstore itself just really very old but very cozy. I used a lot of exposed brick on the interior, and then also this wonderful blue wallpaper that I haven't used in ages. I think it's from the paranormal stuff pack if I'm not mistaken, and I used that in here because I am building on medium wall height for the ground floor, so that makes the space just feel very open and spacious. So I really wanted to fill it up with something and like make it feel warm and cozy. So that's why I went with the darker colored wallpapers and flooring basically, because I really wanted it to feel very cozy and just really old, and just like this old bookstore vibe is most definitely what I was going for. Maybe slightly, ever so slightly, a little bit inspired by like cute Harry Pottery type bookshops. That's what I was going for. And then here I was trying to figure out a layout for the bookcases, because I knew for a fact, like from the get-go, that I wanted to use these book stands. They're not actual functional bookcases, I don't think. I think they're just like shelves. They're surfaces, I think, in the catalog from Get to Work. But they're perfect for bookstores, so I decided to go with these anyway. And then I just went into the debug menu, and I just picked out a lot of these like book displays and just like random single books that I just I placed around everywhere. I didn't leave all of that in because I did have to go through all those book stands and fill up the empty slots that it had, because otherwise it just looks weird and empty. So I did that with mostly debug books and like book displays. But you'll see that later on. I just cut a little bit of that footage out because it was taking a long time. It was very repetitive. We have a lot of bookshelves in here. And then I really love the boba tea counter as well. I think it's just so cute. If you like, obviously this doesn't function as an actual boba shop because it's a retail lot, so there won't be a boba tea like seller or vendor spawning. But you can obviously just click the counter and hire someone. I think that costs about 100 simoleons. So you can just do that, maybe cheat the money back, and then a vendor will spawn and you'll be able to get yourself some boba here. So I think that is just a really cute combination. Browsing some books and, you know, just getting some boba tea, or maybe pretending that you're buying books here. Because I don't think that since I placed all these little book displays on the middle section, like the glass table basically, those are all move objects placed, if that makes sense. And I think if you actually want to sell the stuff, you can't do that. But I'm not sure, like I said, I'm just not sure how it's going to work in game when you don't have an actual sim owning the lot, like when you're basically just a customer traveling here. Like what happens when you do that? I really want to try it. I think it'd be a lot of fun though. And then just hiring the vendor I think would be really cute. And I could really see this be, since we are building in the high school years world, I could really see this be a very cute hangout for like teenagers, friends, just hanging out here, grabbing a boba, browsing some books. I think it'd be so cute. This would most definitely be a place where I would go very often. I mean, right now, but also as a teenager, I think I would really enjoy this. I love reading. I don't make enough time to actually sit down and read, but sometimes I will have these months in my life where I actually will put in an effort and like free time to actually sit down and read. And I really love it. Mostly fantasy. I really love fantasy books, series. I mean, Harry Potter is my all-time, just not even my favorite books of all time, just like my favorite thing of all time. Like literally everything about it is my favorite. But I did grow up with the books and the movies coming out as well. But mostly I started with the books because the books came out before the movies and I was around when the books first came out. So naturally, I grew up with the books and the movies. So yeah, Harry Potter means a great deal to me. And that is also why like a little bookshop like this automatically kind of gets inspired by the Wizarding World and just, you know, Hogsmeade type vibes. It's not like that at all, but just like the dark, cozy feeling on the inside was kind of inspired by that, I guess. And then I tried to play around with some wall decorations as well. I used some werewolves paintings and just some get to work paintings and stuff, made some little collages. I thought that would be really cute, like the little mismatched collages on the wall. I felt like that was a typical thing for like a little bookshop like this. And then we also have a bathroom here on the ground floor, which obviously is very much necessary. So I just played around with that. This bathroom is very yellow. I really like it. I don't know why, but I really like how it came together. I also used the sink from the high school years pack, which I don't use that often, but yeah, for this one it was nice. And then I just placed some signage and stuff, like some stickers on the windows, some like Bookshop and Boba Tea type stickers. I placed those. And then after that, we're moving on to the little apartment. And then also in the back, we have some picnic tables. So you can just sit out there, grab your boba and just sit out there when the weather is nice. I thought that was nice. And then I thought to add a little chess table downstairs as well, because I thought that would be just really fitting for the entire vibe of this place. So I placed a little chess table downstairs. At first I was going to place it where I put the telescope, but then I was like, okay, no, because when you actually play with this lot, you just know that literally all the Sims, first thing they'll do is go upstairs and just use the chess table. And it's going to be really random and annoying. So I decided to place it downstairs, like by the front door, like outside. I thought that was cute. And then we're moving on to the little apartment. Oh my God, it's so small. I love everything about this apartment. For some reason, it's so cozy. So we have the front door and you walk straight into the kitchen that at first was open to the rest of the living area, but then I decided to close it off because I had the space to do that and I could just really easily place a wall, close it off, and use an archway like I'm doing right now. Because I thought that would just make the apartment feel ever so slightly more cramped and tiny, and that was really what I was going for. So you walk straight into the kitchen, which might feel a little weird. For some people, that is actually very normal. But I don't know. For this apartment, I thought it would make sense to just place the kitchen here. So we have a little, I guess, galleyway kitchen. Is that what you call it? I always forget the term for it. And then, yeah, we just have counter space on either side, and we have a microwave, obviously all of the appliances that you need. I left this countertop next to the fridge, like in between the fridge and the stove. I left that one empty, free of decorations, because otherwise the kitchen wouldn't be functional. And we only have a tiny amount of counter space in here, like the smallest amount of counter space. But then the one next to the sink, I actually cluttered that one up with some dishes, like a dish rack and a bread box, stuff like that, to just kind of make it feel realistic. And I'm using these base game counters. It's been a while since I've used them, but for this lot, I thought it was just perfect. I was at first debating whether I should make this only base game in high school years, but then I was like, I can't actually do that because retail it comes with get to work, so it wouldn't be pack restricted. Anyway, to only like the base game in high school years. So, I mean, I could have made it pack restricted still, but I'm sorry, I just didn't. So I'm using a lot of packs for this one, but I was having so much fun with this lot. So you can see that I am doing a little living room area. It only fits a love seat and a chair because it's so small. So that's what I did. And then for the storyline, like I talked about already a little bit, I was thinking of a single mom and her teenage daughter, and I was definitely imagining the teenage daughter to be a little bit of a rebel. She is very moody. You'll see it in her bedroom as well. She really enjoys the color black, so she has a lot of black and some reds and purples going on in there. And I was definitely thinking that she was a little bit on the moodier side of things. So the mom is really trying to, have a good relationship with her daughter, because they used to have like this really wholesome, cute relationship. And I was definitely imagining that the mom has been single, like a single mom for a really, really long time. The dad is just not around. I don't know exactly what happened there, but the dad is just not around. The girl grew up without a dad, and she has lived above this bookstore her entire life. So she grew up in this apartment. So way back in the day when she was little, the mom and the daughter used to have a really wholesome relationship, and it was all about like books and stories and maybe even writing. Oh, that's my cat. I could see her in the corner of my eye popping in. So yeah, they really used to have this very close-knit relationship, but now since the daughter is in high school, she is, going through a little bit of a phase maybe, and being a little bit moody. And I was definitely thinking that would be a little bit hard on the mom, but I feel like the daughter also just really loves books, stories, maybe even writing herself. So she'll probably come around, but for now she's just in a little bit of a mood. And the mom is trying to like work through that and just leave her daughter be, but they do get into like fights and stuff. And I was also thinking that the daughter would be into maybe music. I think I placed a guitar in her bedroom. I'm not exactly sure if I'm remembering that correctly actually, but I think I placed a guitar in there. And then here in the living room, we also have this little desk setup, because the mom obviously also needs a space to, do some administration, I guess, for the shop, like stuff like that. Ordering books, whatever it is that she needs to do. She just does that here, because I was going to make a little office space downstairs, but also with like the boba tea and stuff, that was just taking up a little bit too much space. So I decided, you know what, it's a nice way to make the apartment feel extra cramped by just adding another, just a little office area, I guess, in there, try and make it work. And I think the floor plan for this apartment came together really, really nicely. It makes sense. It's really cramped, but it makes sense, and I just think it's really cute. And then here we're working on the mom's bedroom. This is very blue and red, which isn't a color combination that I like to go for at all. I don't really love the color red. Obviously, there's different types of colors of red. I don't dislike all types of red, but usually red is just not really my cup of tea. But I really like this bed I think it's from Discover University. with a darker wood and then the red bedding on it. I just thought it was a really cute combination. I thought it looked really pretty and it just fit the vibe of this house perfectly, or this apartment, I guess. So I decided to go with it. And then we have the blue stripy wallpaper, which also is really cute. And then we have this mismatched kind of pink chair in the corner. I was just really trying to go for mismatched, but not too overwhelming because it is such a small space. But yeah, that's most definitely what I was trying to go for. And then, yeah, for the rest of the bedroom is very, very simple. And then we're moving on to the daughter's bedroom. She has like some exposed brick in there and then some deep like purple-ish plum kind of colored wallpaper in here, and then just also a lot of black. So yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to figure out, like what I wanted to do for her bedroom. She has lots of posters, and I was definitely thinking that she has always been into reading, but maybe it's not considered cool at this stage in her life, and she's trying to like steer away from that and be interested in other things. Maybe she's like trying to fit in with her like classmates a little bit and it's not really working out, but maybe she's really trying, like stuff like that. She's going through it a little bit, and it's not she's not in the best headspace right now is what I was thinking, which makes a lot of sense for teenagers, you know. But you can see that I'm working on her bedroom, just decorating it. Oh my God, I loved using this desk in here in black, especially. This desk is also from Paranormal, actually, and I thought it was perfect in here. It looks super thrifted. Maybe this desk has been like in this apartment like for years and years and years. So that's definitely something that's possible. And then they just upcycled it by like painting it or something like that is what I was imagining. And she has a nice little area to sit. She has this bean bag and a hanging plant. I did place a guitar in here, so I was definitely thinking that she's trying to learn how to play the guitar. Maybe she's teaching herself, you know, on YouTube, looking up tutorials. Maybe she's trying to teach herself to play the guitar. So I feel like she's pretty talented also, you know, maybe she's really good at it, but she also just still loves reading, but she's trying to like steer away from that a little bit is what I was thinking, which hurts her mom, but she'll come around and it will be fine in the end. But yeah, it was just a nice thing to talk about or to think about while decorating her bedroom and while trying to make it all come together. And then I cluttered up her nightstand a little bit. I love this nightstand with the stickers on it. I feel like it looks so realistic and just definitely something that teenagers would just have. And then we have the tiniest little 4-tile bathroom that I was playing around with. I actually, layout wise, needed to move over the door, which was really annoying because right now we have this tiny little hallway and the doors were just placed perfectly, like all symmetrical. But in order to make this 4-tile bathroom work with a shower, a sink, and a toilet, I needed to move over the door like a little bit, which was a little bit annoying, but it works this way and it's fine. It's not too big of an issue. And then obviously I cluttered this tiny space up as much as I could with the stuff from the bathroom clutter kit. So that was so much fun. Oh my God, I'm still so in love with that kit. It's so perfect, especially for spaces like this. But that's gonna do it for the build. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the bookstore in the game. I think it looks really, really, really cozy, especially like with this facade and the little chess table and all the signing and stuff. I just feel like it looks really cute. Then over here on this side, we obviously have the staircase leading up to the apartment. We have an outdoor bin tucked away underneath the staircase. And then back here, we have some picnic benches as well. So when we go inside the shop, this is kind of what it looks like. So we have the front door over here. We have some books over here in this corner, some magazines as well, and then just heaps of books over here on these services, on these book stands. And then we have more books over here. What a surprise. And then over here is where we have the cash register and stuff, which I think looks really cute as well. We have some books here, and this is the door leading out to the back of the lot. And then over here, we have the boba tea counter, which I also think looks really, really cute. And then we have some tables here where your Sims can just sit and hang out. And then through here, we have the customer's bathroom. Then when we go upstairs, we have the front door leading into the apartment. So we have this telescope right here, and then you walk straight into the kitchen, basically. So it's really small, very cramped, but I feel like it looks very cozy. So I placed a coat rack and a mirror here by the front door, and then the light switches. That is such a game changer. It makes the entire space so much more detailed and realistic. Classic. And then over here we have the, I guess the rest of the apartment, the dining space, the living room, the office. So we have a little 3-seater dining nook over here, and then a tiny living room with a small TV as well. And then over here we have the desk set up, like the office space for the mom that she needs in order to run her bookstore properly. And then over here we have the mom's bedroom. So it's really small, but it's really nice. The color scheme is pretty, I feel like, and it's just a nice space for her. So over here she has her dressers and a little nook where she can just sit and read a book, maybe, I don't know. And then over here we have the teens room. I love the teens room. It's so moody and messy and I love it. So the teen has their own desk set up with some makeup, some homework books, a tablet for school probably, and then their bed over here with their cluttered nightstand and everything, and a small narrow wardrobe thingy over here as well, which is the perfect vibe for this room. But yeah, that is basically it for this build. So this Book and Boba shop is up on the gallery. I built it on a 20 by 15, this one lot in Copperdale, so that is where it goes perfectly. And it comes in just under 96,000 simoleons, so that is probably what it will cost when you first purchase it, which is a lot of money, but maybe you're just, maybe you could just cheat for the money, buy the shop and run it. I think it'd be really cute actually to play with this. But that is gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!